win.
So the BJP is stuck at 80. Mamata Banerjee surges ahead. The Trinamool Congress at 210. Trinamool Congress in 2016 had 211. Didi scripting that spectacular victory for the Trinamool Congress. Truly, khela shesh for everyone else in Bengal. The Congress and the left decimated, down just to one lead. So what are the big takeaways? Let's talk about the big picture in Bengal. Comfortable victory for Mamata Banerjee. Yes, big gains for the BJP, up to 80 from just 3, a gain of 77, but nowhere close to Amit Shah's projection of 200 plus. Congress and the left face extinction in Bengal. So that's the big picture of Bengal, and we'll get you more on Bengal, but let me now take you quickly to Tamil Nadu. Again, shaping up to be a very comfortable victory for the DMK. However, the AIA-DMK not decimated. AIA-DMK is at 92, the DMK at 137, but well above the 117 mark. So no landslide for DMK, but of course some face saver for the Congress that was riding piggyback on the DMK. In Kerala, the big story, it's a historic victory for the LDF, for the left Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, the first to defeat anti-incumbency in 5 decades. The BJP, of course, set to make a nominal mark in Kerala as of now on 1 seat. So Rahul Gandhi's spirited campaign fails spectacularly in Kerala. In Assam, the BJP is set to win a second term with even a larger mandate despite the Congress alliance with the AIUDF. The Congress strength is depleted and was infighting. The reason for this. But let's talk about Bengal, because Bengal is the big election story. Mamata Banerjee on a wheelchair versus Narendra Modi, Amit Shah and the entire BJP election machinery, and it's Mamata Banerjee on a wheelchair who's come out on top. That victory sign, indeed the story of the day. The big message after marathon 8 phases of elections, result clearly give a massive mandate to the Trinamool Congress and Mamata Banerjee. They've managed to demolish BJP's election machinery and form the government for the 3rd term. The counting, of course, of votes is still underway. The TMC is leading in more than 200 seats, 211 at this point of time. Mamata Banerjee has taken control of Nandigram, is what we are now being told. She's doing better than Shubhendu Adhikari. In a while from now, Mamata Banerjee is also to hold a press conference. So BJP now down to 79. That's the latest that's coming in. Trinamool workers were seen celebrating after early trends. Of course, they were in violation of social distancing norms and were advised to go home. The Election Commission also said that they will take action against SHOs where celebrations are being held. SHOs will be suspended. The Election Commission wants FIRs to be lodged against those who are celebrating and violating social distancing norms. Let's listen into reactions that are coming in from Bengal.
3rd time the Chief Minister will be Mamata Banerjee. That is written on the wall of West Bengal and written by the people of West Bengal. You have to be secular to fight against a communal force, and that was done by Trinamool Congress.
Let's start.
Thank you.
Let's start with where Rahul was about to take off, which is that you told him in an interview that if the BJP got more than 100 seats, you would quit this entire political strategy that you do, the political strategy management business. Was that overconfidence, bluster, or did you know something that none of us knew at that moment? What is it that made you so confident that the BJP wouldn't cross 100?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I must tell Rahul and your viewers that I will quit any which way. So I will quit, I will cease to do what I have been doing until now. It's just that I'm glad God has been kind that I'm quitting. I'm able to quit after the victory and after being proven right that BJP will not cross 100.
1 minute, you're saying you're never going to do this again. You will never again advise anyone to, you will never again
No.
run or advise anyone for a campaign.
No, I would cease to exist in the form and the manner in which world knows and sees me, and they understand. They call it political strategy, some call it political management, whatever they want to call it. I call myself as a political aid to the leaders who have chosen to work with me. I will cease to exist.
Can I
been in
just
last many years.
say, Prashant, maybe this is because you're really tired right now. You've been going crazy
So
with
because
late night flights.
Rahul,
Yes, Prashant.
Rahul, Rahul was so apprehensive that whether I will stay true to what I have been claiming, that if BJP were to cross 100, I will quit this space. He would simply not believe. And I would not find fault with him, but like any other person would not believe. I am telling that even after being proved right, I will cease to do what
Why
I
are you
used to.
giving this space up?
Now
It's
you
such a
can
big
ask
victory.
whatever
No,
question.
why are you giving up this space? Two big victories. You're the man who's shown he has the Midas touch.
Because this is not what I have ever wanted to do all my life. I have done my bit. IPAC has got very able people, my colleagues, the senior colleagues at IPAC. They are far more capable than me, and I'm very confident that they will be able to do a better job than me. I should take a break and try out my hand at something else.
So karoge kya? Basically, I know your heart is in Bihar politics. Now you're already out of the JDU, so I'm kind of confused. If you want to go back to Bihar politics, you don't have a party which is your base. Karoge kya about?
Rahul, you have to give me some time to think about it. Earlier you said that I will not quit even if BJP will cross 100. Now I'm telling I will quit. Then you are saying what you will do. I will do something. Give me some time, I'll figure
कुछ
it
तो
out.
आपने सोचा होगा ना. You can't take such a big decision, announce it on TV without having thought this through. So you obviously thought something through. What is it? Tell us.
No, I have been thinking of quitting since long. It's just that I haven't had a good opportunity to quit. So Bengal became
I'll tell you what.
that moment where I said, okay, win or loss, I must quit.
That we have been consistently saying, and I've tweeted about it, the big loser today is the Congress party. You must stop this cherry picking. Please tell your IT cell, which you're in charge of, also not to do that. Because to be honest, we have been saying repeatedly for the BJP at one level, it's a huge jump in Bengal. But at another level, it's a setback from the Lok Sabha. And that's also because you set this target of Ab Ki Baar 200 par. You virtually wrote, there was a sense of euphoria that the BJP tried to create. You tried to shape the narrative as if you were conquering Bengal. That's where you've gone, that's why these questions are being asked. Why not concede that? Be a little humble in defeat. Forget the Congress. They have lost. They are the worst losers today. Concede it.
Actually, Rajdeep, anybody watching this show will realize that I am the more humble one and you are the one who's gloating. But that's something that you're entitled to, because clearly the BJP isn't doing well, so you have all the right to gloat about it.
Very unfair.
But let me come to the most substantive point that you raised.
Unfair.
Yeah, of course. I mean, being unfair is not a one-way street, right?
Okay.
If you are unfair to me, I can give it back to you as good. But let me come to the more substantive point here.
Yes.
Again, I'm repeating myself. You have to set yourself higher targets.
Sure.
You have to give hope to people. You have to tell people that you are here and you staked everything that you had. And that is how you win elections, and that is how you win the confidence of the people. You don't go by setting lower targets. And if people did not believe in our targets, they would not be unnerved. Mamata Banerjee ran the most vicious and negative campaign throughout because she wasn't sure of her prospects and her party's prospects. And that is the reality. Every journalist, including you, who visited West Bengal, would privately tell us that we are winning. Or naturally, you also thought that we were doing well. Now that the elections have gone the other way around, you can ask me these questions and I have to answer to you, the points that you make to me. But the reality is that we were and we still are in contention in the state of West Bengal. Till the last seat is counted and the EVMs are closed, the election is not over.
And India Today's Poulomi Saha now joins me from outside the BJP headquarters. Anupam Mishra joins us from Mamta Banerjee's residence. Polami, as far as the BJP headquarters is concerned, it must be rather damp and gloomy at this point of time. Celebrations at Mamta Banerjee's residence, we'll come there in just a moment. But, you know, the point, Polami, that Prashant Kishore was making, BJP was taking TMC's rotten eggs, who were a liability for the Trinamool Congress. BJP thought it was a big gain. It ultimately turned out to be a big gain for the TMC, as these results show. Polami.